trying to figure out where to start with all of you today. So today is Monday. Y'all been through your quarantine of your first weekend, and I'm kind of just doing a check-in. I've been live like half the day today, so we are going live again, and I'm not going to keep this long. This call today or this live chat is going to be about 30 minutes tops. I'm going to give you some concepts, and then I'm going to push you guys out to, I threw at you the free Truth Tribe. There's going to be a call tonight at 6 o'clock, 6 Pacific, and 8 Central, and 9 Eastern. So what's going to happen on that call is and again, I've got all my notes going here, like I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Why does this scare you? So we're going to talk about why is this scaring people? Why is this scary on the Truth Tribe call tonight? And it's a little bit more of a lengthy conversation, but if you're logged in on that call, and if you go onto the website and you log in, it's going to ask you to log into the Zoom call, and you can ask a lot more questions. Tonight will be my only night where I go live free on my actual private Facebook page. And so on that page, you guys will all be able to join in on the live event. Yet I'm going to keep it free and open to everybody, but you guys are going to have to log in and become Facebook group members, because the Universal Truth Tribe Facebook group members. And at least there, then I can keep track of where I'm putting all of the downloads so you guys can keep watching. Okay? So, again, hopefully you guys are catching on that things are constantly in shift, right? They're constantly in a ebb and flow. We are in a constant high-low. We're a constant change. One person said this, one person said that. What do you think about this? Everybody's an expert. Have you noticed everybody's on experts online? Everybody knows something more than someone else. And that is why I do what I do, right? So as I keep reminding all of you, I refuse to go dark, and I refuse to succumb to all of the external chatter and nonsense. What I want you all to kind of pay attention to is this is all happening for your blessing, awakening, and it's allowing you to go inside, right? It's allowing you to start seeing deeper within yourself, and it's allowing you all to start saying, oh my gosh, I need to take responsibility for my life. So I was just on a live call with Devin Penny. Any of you don't follow her, she's amazing. And she's on, we're on an Instagram live at DEVYNPENNY. Love you, Devin, by the way. She and I were just on a live call, and she was kind of shocked by how much people are struggling with this, and that people who we thought, she thought were, kind of had their shit together and that we're going to be okay, aren't doing okay. And it's not about not doing okay. It's more about each of you are humans, okay? And in your human experience, in your human nature, and again, all of you know I use astrology, but you can use anything you want to look at your personality. You can look at it from a perspective on any version, whether it's disc training, a disc assessment, a Myers-Briggs assessment, a Enneagram assessment, a astrology, a numerology. I don't care how you look at yourself. I want you to look at yourself, and I want you to say, all right, what is it that is within me that's coming up that is not okay? That's what this whole thing is about. Because most of us don't realize that we were in a not good place. We were in a wonky place. We were in a disturbing place in some area of our life that we were doing this. We were avoiding it. We were avoiding the truth. And when you avoid the truth about yourself, it's on nobody else outside of you to fix it. Nobody owes you shit. Nobody owes you any more than taking care of themselves. And that sounds selfish, but I literally have been getting people from a perspective lately of going, I know we're in a Aquarian energy. We're moving astrologically, planetarily to this Aquarian energy that says, how do we start becoming more humanitarian? Yes, humanitarian, yes, but you can't be a humanitarian if you are not taking care of you. So the word selfish keeps coming. And is it being selfish to go do this for me or take care of my family? No, I need you all to be a little selfish right now and change the word from selfish to self-loving. What is getting irritated, triggered, flared up in you? It's like a thorn in your side and it's irritating you right now about this. What is this whole virus, crap, chaos, insanity, economic collapsing? What is it bringing up in you? That's where I need you to go and love here. Love within. Love yourself. Self-love. Call it self-love. Call it selfish. I don't care what you call it, but I need you all to look at the law of attraction and realize you're attracting everything that goes on up here in your brain. All the thoughts, all the emotions, all the words you speak, you're attracting that. So if you're loving yourself within, or you're being selfish enough to say, I need to take care of myself right now, heal my body, heal my mind, heal my spirit. Spirit is truth and consciousness. You're going to find that you vibrate bigger and brighter, which means you're a brighter light for everybody around you, which means that's what they need. Thus, you become a humanitarian helping other people. Devin asked me this amazing question right now. So those of you, again, this is a Q&A session. I'm going to keep this mini and short. It's going to be about 30 minutes today. So those of you who are on, you are welcome to write in the chat and say, ask me whatever you want. Her question is what do you do when the people we look at to peace or for peace are in total unrest and panic right now? Oh my God, what a brilliant question. So her question is, what do you do when your, let's call it mentor, okay? What do you do when your mentor and or someone you looked up to, someone you respect, someone who you have kind of put all of your eggs in their basket to say, guide me, help me, encourage me, give me more understanding of how to get to the next level, and they start getting in total unrest and panic. And you think, well, if they're in panic, then clearly everything's not okay. I call this guru guru like mysticism loss, right? Like we're at a loss with our guru. We're at a loss with putting all of our eggs in that guru. And I tell people, stop falling in suit with only one thing, because these people who are losing it that you may have looked at as a mentor and or someone who is above you isn't above you. They have skin and hearts and brains and they're a human just like you, right? And so it is just validating what I teach at my, I've listed the links if you guys want to jump in a week or 2 weeks. I'm doing a Lighten Up event, which is your astrology chart. I don't do the chart, but I do give you your 4 hot spots where you are weak in your personal life, not everybody else. It's not general, but your personal life, right? And so this is a perfect example of, they have 4 hot spots and or karmic boulders sitting on the grid of their world. So imagine you have a big grid around you, like kind of like, just imagine that your body is the planet, okay? And Earth, your planet Earth right here, and you have all the grid lines around you of longitude and latitude, okay? And so just imagine that right here at this intersection, you've got a boulder, so the shoulder hurts, you can't move it. Imagine you got a boulder up here that you can't get off of. Imagine you've got a boulder over here that you can't get off of. And imagine that every single human on this planet has challenges and weak spots. I have friends and clients who are brilliant in certain areas of their lives, and I'm watching them struggle in other areas. Does that mean they're not going to struggle? Everyone's going to struggle. So stop putting all your eggs in who your mentor is, or your leader is, or who your CEO is, or who your best friend is, or who your spiritual higher power is. That's not fair. what I'm asking all of you to do is own your shit, own your development, and say, okay, the law of attraction is this basic. It's such a woo-woo world out there, and it's such a woo-woo phrase, law of attraction. What the law of the universe says, if you think it or you speak it, you're going to get it. That's how basic that concept is. And so if you're going to be an ass and a jerk, or you were before this, guess what? You're going to experience that vibrational energy back to you. And so I brought this up a couple times because people have, struggled with maybe losing their jobs, or fear of losing their jobs, or putting the energy out there. And my answer is, what about losing your health? They're afraid of getting sick. They're afraid of getting this. And my answer is that the more you put that out there, the fear, you're going to get it. And some people prior to this were like, I can't stand my employer, or I can't stand my job, or I'm just not meant to do this anymore. I need to find a new job. And I would tell them, go get a new job then. No, I got to stay here. Well, but that's not fair to your employer for you staying somewhere you're not supposed to be. You're not giving them your 110%. Thus, in yesterday's call, I told all of you, how are you showing up? How are you showing up for your team? How are you showing up for your spouse? How are you showing up for your children? Pull it together, step up, put your shoulders back, and show up at your greatest level. Right now, more than ever, this is what's required. This is what's needed. Show up at a bigger level, or a more badass level. Be your big badass self. Don't go into the hermit hiding mode. That's not what this is about. Now, if you want to go global and you want to go on the big plane that I just showed you, and you're the planet and you've got this grid lines of longitude and latitude around you, you are all going to have 4 intersections that are going to be uncomfortable. Period. It's just going to be uncomfortable in those areas. For me, health is not uncomfortable. Why? Because I have stuck to my daily discipline. Those of you who are brilliant and smart said, no, I'm not going to get off of my daily discipline of exercise, whatever it is. I love my Peloton. I love my bike. Some days I've done 2 workouts a day just because I need to burn the energy. Not everybody likes to ride the bike. I'm only riding it because I can't run right now because my hip hurts. And I am going to manifest a healthier hip some way. But long story short is, if that's not your problem and you're healthy and strong, then great. That is not where your weak spot is. Maybe your weak spot is being, maybe you're not as compassionate as other people. Maybe you're not as, confident. Maybe this is your role to step up with this new universal energy and start finding confidence. Where do you get that? Y'all ready for this big one? You have plenty of time to build confidence right now. Why? Because confidence comes from repetition. Confidence does not come from just going, well, I just don't know how to do that, and if you give me a template, I'll be better. That's not how it works. You get confident by doing something over and over and over again. So again, Devin and I were just on a live call the hour prior to this. I've been live like every day. And we were laughing because we said, okay, spouses, there's all these memes going on right now about spouses who actually have to be together right now. There's going to be a lot of divorces happening. And I told her, look, you have the ability to build your relationships as well. Maybe that's where the weak spot is on your grid and in your personality. If you have challenges in your relationships, you can either stay in the same relationship and have the same challenge, with the same person and learn 10 different lessons with them, or you can get out of the relationship and have 10 different people with the same challenges, and you keep learning and learning. So you either get 10 people with learning all those different 10 lessons, or you get the same person with 10 different lessons with the same person, but you're still going to learn them. So some of you might be having relationship challenges and you're like, wow, some of you are great in relationships. Some of you are great at career. Some of you are great at figuring out how to reinvent yourselves, which is what I've been pounding all of you since Thursday or Friday of last week. I don't know. I've been on live so much I can't even keep track. What I want you guys to remember, if you're not open to reinventing, and I mean reinventing every day, every time a new situation pops up, it's just saying reinvent me. That's all it is. The energy in the sky without me going to astrological and planetary end, because I'm not going to. I've told you all in the last calls, if you want true detail on transits and all that and you're really into astrology, go Google the astrologers. I'm not going there. All I'm telling you is it is shifting. and it is moving to an energy that says if you're open to reinventing, you're going to win big. If you are not open to reinventing, and if you are not open to being the light for those around you, you're going to struggle. And so again, when it comes to relationships, maybe it's relationships with your children. I know a lot of you have homeschooled kids right now, and on top of probably having to work full time from your own computer, and then they're trying to balance out how they're doing school at the same time and what they have to do. And that's a lot to manage if you don't know how to do this. So let's have compassion on that level. You'll find a way. You always will. You always do. But it's reinventing how you do things. That's how you're going to break out of this whole cycle. And how we're going to do that is all these planets moving into Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of freedom. We're moving. Don't worry. We're going there. I promise. And it is. I don't think it's as slow as all the doom and gloom out there on. So turn off your TVs, as Devin and I just talked about. Turn off the external. And whatever is most important for you to fix, heal, empower in your life right now, again, whether it's body, mind, spirit, whichever one it is, if you need to change yourself to think more healthy or positive thoughts, then turn the TV off and go figure out what you need to do to think more positively. If it's your body, some of you do need to get healthier. That's cool. You have the time. Ask someone who's healthy and they'll tell you what they do. So one of the big things that's coming up is, people are now going, all right, now what? Well, what do you want to be when you grow up? Change the game. Don't settle for what everyone is telling you. And Devin and I were just talking about this, and I see a couple of you still on this call from the last call. And her question was, what can I say to everybody that would work for everybody? Like, how does this in general help people? Like, how do I help people as someone who is, a leader in her community and a leader on in her environment, and let's just call a light worker, leader, whoever you are here, and you're trying to help a massive amount of people. And my answer is be the light. And when people say be the light, what does it mean, right? Because it's kind of confusing. Like, what the hell does be the light mean? It means be the lighthouse. A lighthouse never moves. It doesn't matter if there's a storm. It doesn't move in the storm. It doesn't turn its lights on going, oh crap, there's a crappy storm out there. I don't want to do the work. The lighthouse does not become a boat. The lighthouse just shines the light and says, this is the way, this is the center, this is where I'm going to stay. I'm not changing. I'm not rocking. As I've told all of you, I will not go dark. I will not play this game. I will keep lifting and giving and empowering all of you, whether it's the free products I have on the site right now, or it's the stuff that I'm offering the next couple weeks. I don't care which one you get on, but there's light. And it will reinvent all of you or not. So you either choose to get in the boat and start going to the light, and wherever that light is. Some of you have amazing leaders in your leadership on your teams. Follow their light. The ones who are lit up right now, those are your people. Those of you who are needing healthy ideas, you have people in your world around you that know how to change their health and wellness and feel better. You need to raise your spirit and wonder, what is my truth? Why am I here? There are plenty of people out there to tell you, this is what you're really good at. Go do that. That is your truth. But at the end of the day, if you want one simple answer right now for the next week at hand, I want to encourage all of you to go be the lighthouse, which means you have to be on call at all times, standing up, put your damn shoulders back, smile, and go, what's the problem and what do we need to do to fix it right now? There's no, okay, one a week. Well, let's see what happens. There's no hiding from this shit. It's step up and fix whatever is right now. Not in a week when you see what's happening. Those who want to break out of this silly cray-cray environment, you got to stop looking outside of yourself. So again, yes, Devin and I just kind of suggested turn off your TVs and turn off as much social media as you can that is negative, and or I talked about it, I think on Saturday or Sunday, when I offered my drama detox book, which is, by the way, on the website, so you can just open it up and you can see it's for free. But detox the drama. Honestly, like, you don't need it. That's not going to benefit you right now. Fun, creativity is going to benefit you right now. The more creative you are, that is how you're going to win. And the creativity is you asking everyone around you, I need one creative idea to fix whatever it is that's coming up for you. And again, it's going to be different for all of you because you all have different talents and you all have different weaknesses. And so where your weakness is, that's where you're going to get hit. And where you're getting hit is where you're here to step up and be the lighthouse. Do not move. Do not pass go. Do not change your mindset. You need to step up and show up for everyone around you. And when they come at you, and I promise they will, they're going to come at you with this mindset of like, but did you hear? Oh my God. Because everybody out there, by the way, did you know, is a scientist? Everybody's become a scientist. Everybody's become a reporter. Everybody knows the truth. And my answer is no, you don't. You do not know the truth. The only truth you know today, right now, is your truth. Plain and simple. The only truth you know is your truth. And your truth is what are you damn good at? Get up, be that light, and start doing it. And I guarantee you, those around you are going to be so grateful that's what you're helping them with. Because what you're good at, a lot of people aren't. And so all this energy, guys, get ready, is moving into Aquarius. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on the Truth Tribe call tonight, but I should say in advance. But the reason all this is happening is because avoiding our truth or avoiding things that we didn't want to deal with in the past and accumulation. That's kind of what got us into this wonky space that we're in right now. It was kind of the drug of choice for so long, right? Avoidance, avoiding what we needed to fix, avoiding our weak spots, avoiding what we suck at. It's just that simple. You all suck somewhere. Y'all do. You just have a weak spot. I have weak spots too. I'm being forced to step into those weak spots right now as we speak. You all have it. And then accumulation. We are all in such a hurry to accumulate, get more. And we're all of a sudden now being forced to not get more. And in the silence, there are solutions. And in the solutions, it's up to each of you to take action. So that's where if you're in a bigger mindset right now, it's not a matter of just putting it out there going, isn't this a grand idea? Now step into it and take action. All right? And when you do, when you watch that the avoidance and accumulation drug that they were on for so long, when you take that away, when you take the ability for people not to avoid the truth of what's going on in their personal world, and you take away the accumulation option, which is buying and getting and having and doing and going, you take those drugs away, because it's kind of what they are, right? They numb you enough, they distract you long enough that you don't have to deal with the things you don't want to deal with. What happens is when you take those away, you have to wake up. And what's the funny part is, to me, is that what you have to wake up to is something super small. It's like a sliver of you that's getting poked. You know, here's the thorn in your side. My answer is don't avoid the thorn, just go do it. Fill it up. All right, so again, you guys have all kind of popped in different questions. I'm happy to answer some more, but the question was, again, if I didn't answer it clearly, was what do you do when those who you've looked up to or you trust or they are your, inspiration, what do you do when they are kind of in turmoil and they're crashing and burning and they're struggling? You become their lighthouse. And this is what's come at me for quite a few people who have, leaders, and are like, well, what are they gonna do in their companies? They've been asking me, and my answer is, what are you gonna do? Help them. That's what I want to know. If each of you are standing in your power and standing in your light and shining your gifts out and helping as many people as you can, I guarantee you everybody lit up is much healthier and a bigger, powerful. You're in a more an immune state than you are all of those you who are in the dark and miserable and complaining about what's wrong. So again, this is such a wake-up mode. All the Aquarian energy is going to science, technology, the future. If y'all want to know where we're going, just Google what does Aquarius mean? What is the energy that Aquarius holds? You'll know exactly how to shift your family, your company, your team, your everyone. It's all technology based. It's all communal based. It's all support based. It's all encouraging. But it's also Aquarius rules kind of an energy of like seclusion. So that's why you're seeing a little bit of this pushing everybody into the quarantine kind of mode. But it's not to stay there, because Aquarius is sudden bursts in, sudden bursts out. So those of you can kind of go on this little bit of a rolling hills roller coaster. It's going to stop doing this extreme high-low, which is what we've been in for a long time. It's amazing, it's not. Amazing, it's not. Now it's going to start flowing like this a little bit more. It doesn't mean it's not going to go down, so you're not going to get freaked out when it drops a little bit. You're just going to stay strong and you're going to stay solid. And in your solid mode, people are going to say, how are you doing this? And your answer is, I'm going to stay the light. I'm going to be the lighthouse. No matter what, I'm going to be the lighthouse. Whatever that takes. And if you catch me not being a lighthouse, please let me know so I can reset. Reinvent. I don't care if you're a person or if you're trying to help your child. I don't care if you're trying to help a team. I don't care if you are on a team and you're trying to help someone else on the team. I don't care where you sit on this planet right now. That is the biggest thing you can do on a global scale, is be the light. And being the light means being the lighthouse. And being the lighthouse means you cannot move. And it's scary, right? Because the quote I sent everybody out today is, when motion stops, it ignites emotion. And the emotion that's coming out of all of you right now is the feeling. If it's feeling good and you're like laying out plans, and people had asked me, like, how do we handle all this? Be the lighthouse. Lay out a plan, lay out a system, know your truth, and know what plan you're going to have to get to that truth. You're all going to be great. I promise. You will be great. But if you don't have a plan how to get out, you're going to be told what your plan is, and you're not going to like that. I am an Aquarius, so I have yet to follow anybody's plans. But that's probably why I'm being forced to be your light. I refuse to go dark. I refuse to move. I refuse to change how I'm going to help everybody raise their consciousness and raise your awareness and basically stop being zombies and wake up. And stop thinking you have to all go change the world. You don't have to change the world. All you have to do is change you in one way so that you're bright and shiny. And I promise it will be infectious. It'll be like a spider web. And it'll start touching everyone else around you. And how cool is that? Okay? So, any questions, you guys have me here. I will hold on. You got about 5 more minutes before I log out. I have to go back to work. So I promised I would be on today. And my phone has been blowing up as we speak, which is a blessing. But at the same point, it's telling me these are people who, if you're in this same group and you're crashing and burning, redirect, guys. Turn off the stuff that's negative. If it's in your vibrational grid, turn it off and get your booty into being a lighthouse, and do not negotiate. And those around you, when they're crashing and burning, you just smile and say, I got this. They don't need to know how. Just pull it together and put your shoulders back and show up. Again, some of you are in jammy mode. Remember yesterday I told you, get out of your jammies. Put on your clothes. Go take yourself and pull it together and say, look, I'm ready for a new day. Show up at your highest level. Show up as the lighthouse. And last, show up with some love for someone, because someone today needs your love. They need your attention. And I know what you guys are capable of. Everybody on my I Deserve It community, everybody in your head right now say, I deserve it, and think of something you need to go get. Something for you. This is the selfish part. What do you deserve? Joy, help, support. I promise it'll show up. Just put it, that's the law of attraction. Are you speaking those words? Speak positivity. I deserve to help all these people. I deserve to raise the masses. I deserve to be a lighthouse. Whatever it is, I'm going to leave you with that. What do you want? And speak that constantly in your head. Speak it out loud. Help those around you. And I watch what happens when the grid gets big enough, when all of you are lit up like a light. You can't override that. There's no negativity in that, which means you can't hold on to this virus, which means we change it. So if I can empower all of you to become the grid and become like a spider web, watch what happens. It will literally turn into a wildfire, which is what they tried to turn this into. Well, I'm going the other way. Okay? So, updates really quick. Go on to ideserveitnow.com or my name, DawnThompson.com. You can find all the events there. Free Truth Tribe tonight. Log in, register so you can get on the calls. 6 o'clock Pacific. And then the Lighten Up events are starting again in 2 weeks. That is if you truly want to reinvent. And as well as tomorrow, I did offer the Reinvent Yourself retreat. We'll see what happens. I've offered it and not many people have stepped into it. So can't say I didn't offer it. All right, guys, brightest blessings. I am sending you all love and a blanket of hearts. I'm up on the grid and it is pouring down on all of you. So know that I am watching over all of you and I have sent angels to protect you all. Brightest blessings. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.